Hey everybody, this video is about trimming natural hair without cutting into the length. Yesterday was my wash day, so I washed, conditioned, put my cream and my butter on my hair and let it air dry overnight. This morning I just took a front section and blow dried it on very low heat just to get it straight. And I blow dried it, I started at the ends and then I worked my way up to the roots. Okay, so this is how I'm starting my hair. I wanted to make this video because a lot of people get their hair trimmed in its straightened state. And that is perfectly fine. But what happens is if you go to a stylist, the stylist may cut more than an inch perhaps farther up so that as your hair is growing and time is going by, you're not seeing the length that you think you should have. So I wanted to make this video to demonstrate and explain why that can happen and how you can prevent it. Now, I'm not going to trim my hair right now because I don't need a trim at this point. I only trim my hair 2 to 3 times a year. But I felt like this video needed to get out there so that a lot of you can start seeing some hair growth. So I'm just going to show you a section. And I'm going to flat iron it so that I can actually show you. And if you flat iron your own hair, you can feel it as well. Okay, so here's the section. All right. I'll just take this section and I'm just going to do 2 passes on it. 1 pass and the second pass. And now I do this to show you. And if you flat iron your hair, you can chase the comb and do that, but you're still gonna feel the same thing that I feel. What happens is, from the root all the way until almost the end of the hair, it's gonna feel smooth and soft and supple as long as you've been moisturizing your hair properly. It should be fine, but when you get to the end, you're always gonna have this kind of dead feeling, quote unquote, dead feeling to your hair. And what I want to emphasize is that doesn't mean your hair is unhealthy. That does not mean that you need to cut all of this, like more than an inch. In my opinion, that is just the way the hair seals itself to protect it as it curls at the bottom of the hair. So what happens is you'll go to a salon or you'll even be doing your hair yourself, and you'll get to this part and go, oh, that's damaged. You know, the stylist may say, oh, that's damaged, you need to cut all that off. I'll tell you why they say that in most cases. When they're flat ironing your hair and they want to style it afterwards, in order to get a sleek, smooth look, they want to take that off so that the soft, supple hair can be manipulated, flat ironed, curled, and so it'll look better when they're done. If they leave this on, the ends tend to look frizzier. So I actually had a client, I'm a cosmetologist, I had a salon in California, and I had a client come to me for a silk press, and we got to this issue. And I told her, I said, she asked, she said, do you think I should cut these ends off? And I said, if your goal is you're trying to grow your hair, then no. And if you don't mind leaving out of here, you know, with straight hair, however, the ends aren't as refined as you may have wanted, then I won't cut it. If you want to leave out of my salon with, this sleek, curled look, then I will have to cut this off because that affects how the end result will be. And so she looked at me and she was just very shocked that, I said that, and she was like, no, I don't want to cut into my length. And I said, great, I'm glad to hear that because you need to keep this so it can grow. What happens is when you go back and wet your hair and it curls back up, these ends, they go back to feeling the way they should feel, you know, soft and nice like the rest of your hair. It's just when you straighten it is when you get these results. So I just want everyone to know that. Now, if you do your hair yourself, you can cut it either straight in this state, in a straight state, or you can cut it curly. And the way I cut my hair curly is in the twist, the way I have this twist here. Sometimes I'll band it off. I'll put a rubber band on the end so I don't cut above that rubber band. And this is usually while it's wet, I'll cut my hair. I'll just take this very end and, you know, use my band as a marker and just cut on a diagonal that very end off. And I'll do that to all the twists. If you have your hair cut in a certain style, don't be deceived by the fact that these ends start getting thinner and thinner at the end. I know we may have all seen on the internet how there was this picture of how you're supposed to cut the ends of your hair, and it's all thick. You know, they have either a braid or a twist, all thick, and then it thins out at the end, and they say, okay, you need to cut here in order for your hair to be straight and healthy. And that is not necessarily true. What happens is if your hair is cut in a certain style, like if you have layers cut into your hair, naturally when it's twisted due to the layers, it's going to get thick. It's going to get thinner as you go down the hair shaft. So if you know your hair is cut in layers, don't cut these ends off severely. Don't cut all the way up to here, because that's not how your hair shape is. You'll mess up your haircut if you want to wear your hair out. When you just need to trim perhaps down here. All right, thank you for watching my video. Please go to @GingerTresses on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and please subscribe to my YouTube for more videos and more information. Thanks.